you got really two choices. You could either be a spectator or a participant. We're talking about an economy that is thousands of times, maybe millions of times bigger than the economy today. I went to Russia in like 2001 and 2002 to buy ICBMs.
This was to get to space
Yeah,
as a
yeah, yeah.
rocket.
Not to nuke anyone, but like I think we're quite close to digital superintelligence. It may happen this year. Digital superintelligence defined as smarter than any human at anything. And I'm somewhat troubled by the Fermi Paradox. Like, why have we not seen any aliens? And it could be because
We bring you Elon Musk's latest unfiltered interview where he shares exclusive predictions about artificial intelligence, the race to Mars, and building companies that could save humanity from extinction. In this supercut, we work on reducing pauses and filler words while preserving every crucial insight, saving you over 15 minutes of your valuable time. After months focused on politics, this conversation returns to what Elon does best: engineering the future. We've structured this into 3 focused chapters. First, the foundations that shaped his thinking. Second, building the companies to make life multiplanetary. And third, his predictions for AI and what comes next. Chapter 1, First Principles, How Elon Got Started.
Was there ever a moment in your life before all this where you felt, I have to build something great? And what flipped that switch for you?
well, I didn't originally think I would build something great. I wanted to try to build something useful, but I didn't think I would build anything particularly great. If you said probabilistically, it seemed unlikely, but I wanted to at least try.
So you're talking to a room full of people who are all technical engineers, often some of the most eminent AI researchers coming up in the game.
Okay. I think we should. I like the term engineer better than researcher. I mean, I suppose if there's some fundamental algorithmic breakthrough, it's a research, but otherwise it's engineering.
Maybe let's start way back. I mean, this is a room full of 18 to 25-year-olds. It skews younger because the founder set is younger and younger. Can you put yourself back into their shoes when, you were 18, 19, learning to code, even coming up with a first idea for Zip2? What was that like for you?
Yeah, back in '95, I was faced with a choice of either do grad studies, PhD at Stanford in material science, actually working on ultracapacitors for potential use in electric vehicles, essentially trying to solve the range problem for electric vehicles, or try to do something in this thing that most people had never heard of called the internet. And I talked to my professor, who was Bill Nix in the material science department, and said, like, can I defer for a quarter because this will probably fail, and then I'll need to come back to college. And then he said, this is probably the last conversation we'll have. And he was right. But I thought things would most likely fail, not that they would most likely succeed. And then in '95, I wrote, I think, the first or close to the first maps, directions, internet, white pages and yellow pages on the internet. I just wrote that personally. And I didn't even use a web server. I just read the port directly because I couldn't afford, and I couldn't afford a T1. The original office was on Sherman Avenue in Palo Alto. There was like an ISP on the floor below. So I drilled a hole through the floor and just ran a LAN cable directly to the ISP. And,